Hello and welcome to Miracle Mindset, where everyday miracles are your new normal. Have you ever found yourself trying to have a good mindset? You have things going on in your life and you feel like you might be struggling a little bit and keeping your energy up and keeping your mind positive and where you want it to be so that you can be more productive and you can go on with your life in the way that you want to design it for yourself. Okay. Do you find that you might have some friends or family that are constantly negative? Maybe they're always watching the news and watching things that are just not uplifting or inspiring. And you find that when you have conversations with them, it always goes back to what's going on in the world that's wrong, or some tragedy, or something that is, there again, it's not uplifting or inspiring. What do? How do you keep a positive mindset? How do you keep yourself in a position where you're going forward in life in the way that you want, instead of being pulled down and being in that negativity with those people? Okay, this is a tough one. I have been in these situations so many times, and I feel that situations repeat themselves, not as God or the universe setting out to torture me, but as a way to give me that opportunity to step up in a bigger way and to shift the way I think about it and the way I handle it so that it's no longer an issue for me. Okay, so it's real easy to get frustrated in these situations, and I don't know, well, it's easy to complain about it. It's easy to wish things were different, but bottom line is you cannot change those people. They are where they're at in their own stage of development, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to look at the blessings that are happening, why you're in their life, how you're possibly benefiting them by being who you are. Whatever you do, do not lose who you are because of the way they are constantly operating in their life. That's very important. But to understand that you've got to love them where they're at, and you cannot change them. You bless them where they're at on their own journey. And then what do you do to step away from that feeling of frustration? Whenever you're trying so hard to make your life in such a way that it's positive, it's inspiring, and when your energy's up, then you move forward in life and more good things come to you. Whereas if you're constantly in the negative state and complaining and allowing negativity to come into your subconscious, those things are also ways of attracting, but not positive. More things show up in your life that actually give you more reason to complain and to be fearful about. So it's like as energy beings and as the way of the universe or the world works, or energetically, there is no judgment. It just follows suit with the energy you're putting out there. So if you're feeding negative, if you're wallowing in negativity, like I said, and complaining, or constantly, allowing negative information or fear-based information to your mind, then you're just setting yourself up to receive the same. And the same goes for if you focus on the positives and things that uplift you, and that's healing and compassionate and loving. Not only are you going to be more of that, but you're going to attract more of those things into your life that give you that same feeling of positive and uplifting kind of thing. So a couple things that I've done is it might sound kind of like a Zen Buddhist kind of thing, but if I'm in that situation and I don't have to speak to the person, like I'm doing my thing and they're doing their thing, and I hear stuff that's like disturbing or whatever that's bothering me that they're listening to or whatever, I will, whatever I'm doing, I will purposefully look at each little detail and focus on that. So here's an example. So like if I'm going to get myself something to drink, some hot tea. So what I do is I really focus on every detail. Like, okay, now I'm going to go over there and pick up the tea bag that I want. I'm going to pick the glass. I'm going to put the tea bag in the glass. And then I'm going to go over and turn on the hot water and get that started. And as I'm getting that started, I'm going to get my my sweetener or my almond milk or whatever. You get the idea. So in other words, your mind is totally focused on and distracted from all this outside noise that does not resonate with the energy that you're really wanting to be, especially if it's uplifting or inspiring. And you've got your attention on those little details, which just sort of puts that away. So like, that's different than if you're trying to hum a few bars, or your mind's going like, oh man, that really bothers me, and oh, I wish, you get into this complaintive thing. All that does is create resistance, which makes all this other stuff even louder and more enhanced in your mind. So there again, it creates more for you to complain about. Okay, but if you do the other and you just do the little focus on the steps, and you're deliberately focusing on each little step as you're doing that activity, then your mind goes there and you're not in resistance. So you're not making this outer disturbance any worse. In fact, it just kind of fades into the background. And then as you go about your business, I would add to that to bless those people, to bless them, send them love, send them compassion, and then just focus on self-nurturing as well for yourself, so that you keep your mind where you want it to be. You want to continue feeding your mind with positive, uplifting news. You want to look at things you can do out in the world that comes from a space of love and compassion, and not from fear. So these are some great ways to keep your mind in the mindset that you truly want, and to not be derailed by outside sources that do not line up with the frequency that you're really trying to stay on, to better your life, to make different changes, more positive changes in your life. So I hope this was helpful. Please like this video, share it, leave me some comments, subscribe, and until next time, Ultreya, move forward with courage and in love. Bye-bye.